Today, I'm going to show you how to fix Universe.
What?
Yeah, that's right. And when I say fix Universe, I mean everything. You want managers to work? Fixed. You want trios entrances to work? Fixed. You want your rivalry system to work? Fixed. Are you tired of Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso? Fixed. We're going over the step-by-step process of everything you need to do to fix your Universe mode. 2K wouldn't fix it. They continue to patch on top of a broken system. So since they didn't, I went ahead and spent hours upon hours, and I have fixed Universe for you, and I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide of everything you need to do to fix Universe. No matter what system you're on, it will work correctly, the way it's supposed to out of the box. So let's get started right now and show you every step-by-step process to make Universe mode work in WWE 2K23. WWE 2K23, we're going to take a few steps and we're going to make sure it is working completely for you. The first thing you're going to do is fire up Universe mode and start a new save. Pick a slot that you don't use primary. We have 3 to choose from. It does not matter which one that you pick. But we're going to pick that Universe mode and start it fresh. Once it loads up, you're going to go to calendar. Then you're going to pop in a new show on Wednesday. Make sure it is a major show. You don't need to finish this off. This is just our starter to fix Universe mode. Once you go in there and you start it, you're going to need to put 10 superstars. It can be any 10 superstars. Just fill it out so it creates it as a show. The next step is what you're going to do is go in and delete Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and all of the pay-per-views. Make sure it's completely clean for every month. Once you have done that, the only show that should be remaining is what's on Wednesday. This is a very important step. Next, you're going to go to edit Universe mode. You're going to go into champions and you are going to vacate every title. Okay? Every title has to be vacated. Once you've done that, we're going to go back. Then you're going to pause and be like, hey, you just fixed the title histories in WWE 2K23.
Yeah!
How cool is that? Now I'll show you how to set them back up in a little bit. But next, we need to fix that rivalry system. We're going to go to edit superstars. And as you see, there are superstars and they are defaulted within who their allies are, who their tag team is, who their managers are, who the rivals are. We're going to go ahead and delete your allies, your manager, and your rivals. Do not delete the tag teams. Do not delete the tag teams. Delete your allies, your enemies, and your manager. We're going to go through and you're going to save after each one of these. We're going to clear it completely out. Save on just your Universe slot. On the Universe slot that you picked, save on that. Do not save for the rest of the game. Save on that Universe slot. Once you've done that, it's going to take about probably 15 to 20 minutes of real world time for you to go through depending on who you have unlocked and who you don't. If you have not completed the game and you are still unlocking superstars, once you unlock that superstar, you want to come into Universe mode and delete out their default allies and rivals immediately before you go to your next show. However, once you go down and complete everybody out and save to that Universe mode, it should look like this as everyone is completely edited out. Congratulations, you have just fixed the rivalry section, and I'll show you why in just a moment. After we've done that, we're going to go over to tag teams. There are a couple of default tag teams that do work and that just need edited.
Yeah!
Now we're going to mess with the tag team entrances a little bit. We're going to go over to tag teams, and there are a few ones that just need to be tweaked a little bit. Caden Carter and Katana Chance, they come out as separate. All you got to do is go down and put them in as come out together, and their entrance is there. You can pop that into Universe mode and it will work correctly. Toxic Attraction will work correctly. You just have to change it from separate to together, put their entrance in. Also, if you do have a Mandy Claw and you go ahead and download her and pop her in, she will go ahead and work now with the Trio's Toxic Attraction entrance. Teams going, you got your show cleaned out for your allies, all your rivalry work. Now let's put the titles to work back together and make sure Universe goes back together correctly. Universe mode, why it is your sandbox, is defaulted out because of the way they keep building on it. So as much as you want to put all the custom shows on this day and this day, that's what bugs the Universe mode. What you want to do now is go back to your calendar. You want to go to Monday and add Raw back. You want to hit custom show, and it will give you, do you want to make your own custom show, or do you want to make Raw, SmackDown, NXT? You want to put Raw on Monday. You want to put NXT on Tuesday, and you want to put SmackDown on Friday. Once you've done that, save right there. Go back out to the main menu. Once you do that, go back in. All your titles are there in those slots. All of your shows are in the correct slots. Now, to make sure that rivalries work 100% of the time, you want to go to your PLEs, and you want to put them on the 4th week every time to start. Once this is all complete, I will show you exactly how to edit it custom the way you want it so it will continue to work. But you have to do these steps first or it will blow up the save. So you want to go through all of the months, and on the 4th week, that's where you want all your main pay-per-views for Raw and SmackDown. On the 3rd week is where you want all of your pay-per-views for NXT. Once you've completed that and your Universe mode looks like you have the entire calendar set out, save your game and go back. Now, reload that save. And now that you've loaded that save, your Universe mode is completely workable. You can go through here and then set up the shows the way you want. If you change the main titles though, if you're using Raw and SmackDown and NXT and you change your main titles and you change the slots that they are in, it will change who your Universe champions are right out the gate. So if that doesn't bother you, then you can go ahead and put them in the slots that you want. If it does bother you, leave all the default championships where they are. Use the 6th and 7th slot to add if you were going to add the 24/7 title, or in my case, I added the European title back to SmackDown. You can go ahead and do that, but use it in the last couple of slots. Once you've completed that, Universe mode will work correctly. We have then simmed together. We went a year, and what happens is with your rivalry system, as you go through the years, it now works correctly. Each superstar will gain enemies and allies based on the storylines that you put them in or that Universe mode puts them in. And as those rivalries die, those managers or those allies and those rivals will change based on what they're going through at the time of the storyline. No longer will they be locked. And that's what hiccups the cutscenes and everything that you were getting in Universe mode. But now, for the big elephant in the room, what about managers? Yes, there is a way to make the managers work correctly. We've deleted them all out. So no one has a manager in your Universe mode right now, with the exception of the NWO. If you have them unlocked, the NWO will always keep a 4th member. For some reason, it's 6 and Kevin Nash cannot be deleted. The reason why is that the Universe mode is set up for you to only have 3 managers. If you have them, however, they added the 4th managers to make things look pretty with Bloodline and NWO, but they didn't actually add a slot in Universe, so Universe does not recognize it. That's why you are having problems with it. But now I want to talk about the managers, how to fix the managers so we don't have this. We get this. And you get the correct entrance for who you want. So this is exactly how to set up managers to make them work correctly every time.
Why? Because whose game is it?
Oh, having the correct managers. That is the biggest hiccup in the Universe mode for a lot of people. And this is exactly how you fix it. When you started out, you cleared out all of everyone's managers, so you have it blank. Now, when you go to custom match card, you have to go to the first slot. You go to the first slot, and we're going to use Karrion Kross, and you want to then assign Scarlett as his manager by editing the match. When you do that, Universe mode only recognizes the first slot on the left side as a manager. You have to put that in first. Once you do that, it registers correctly the superstar and the manager. Then you can go to the second slot and add who you want and their manager. Save save that match. Once you go into your show, then you can pick which one you were going to play, or you can simulate it, and you will get the correct manager entrance every time for both superstars. But you have to set the left side or slot 1 first every time. If you do it differently, or if you assign a manager in universe mode to that superstar, it will not work. Also, you can play as the manager. By switching to the manager, it brings back manager controls, and you are able to control that manager anytime or any way that you want once you start the matchup, which I find is pretty awesome, that you can still play as a manager in WWE 2K23. Also, for the bloodline is tied to Paul Heyman. For Roman to get his double title entrance in Universe or his single title entrance, it is tied to Paul Heyman. So you have to select Paul Heyman as his manager. Also, Brock Lesnar's entrance is still in the game. So if you want Brock and Paul to have their entrance, you have to select Paul Heyman first every time. By adding double superstars, it does not work. It will default out. So you have to add in the first slot and the manager you want, second slot, the manager you want. Then when you're playing the match, you can pick who you actually want to be, and it will not affect it. Doing it this way will also trigger the correct cutscenes when a manager is there, and you will get unseen cutscenes that aren't on the list that are exclusive to the bloodline, exclusive to Edge for whatever reason, and exclusive to just having a manager there in your deal. Overall, it will take you about 30 minutes worth of work to reset everything. But by doing this, you are then able to, once you have that save, you can now copy that to another universe slot. So if you leave, like I used universe slot 3. I used it, set it up before I started all my shows. Once I got it completed, then I left it alone. I copied that to universe mode 2, and that's what I play with. If I decide that I want to create a new universe later, I just delete it, go back to 3, and copy it over to the new spot so I don't have to reset this up every time I want to use a universe mode. I have gone through over 10 years in universe mode, and it hasn't messed up at all doing this. The managers work correctly, the storylines are working fantastically, and it is a lot of fun. Also, there is no more rivalry system where it's going to be Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso or Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn if they're in a tag team. The universe works correctly now and lets you do the way it should. It should have worked like this out of the box, but it didn't because 2K just keeps pasting old universe and new data on top of it. And that's why it's not working. This fix will work for WWE 2K17, 18, 19, 20, and 22. If you follow these steps, it will work for all of those shows. It will not work for 16. I could not get it to work at all. That's when they started bringing in the new stuff for the next gen systems. But let me know in the comments below what problems you are having with Universe, and did this help you out? If it did, can you hit that like button for me and hit that subscribe button? It really helps the channel. I want to get this message out to everybody because this is a problem for the community. Everyone needs to see this so that they can have a Universe mode that should work, not what 2K gave us. And if you're looking for more WWE 2K content on how to do things in wrestling games, check out those videos right there. Remember, make life your beach. We'll see you on the next video.